Hey everyone, and welcome back to MMA Alerts. The first thing we'll do today is watch Kamaru Usman fight Conor McGregor. Recently, Conor McGregor went after Kamaru Usman, the former welterweight champion. Before his return to the cage at the end of June, McGregor made a lot of noise by calling Usman a bum. In an episode of his Pound for Pound podcast with Henry Cejudo, the former welterweight champion replied that he and McGregor should treat each other with care and said that he had given McGregor 2 chances to fight him in the past. I understand the situation, but you never heard me sit there and kick the man while he was down. Respect is important here because that's what this sport is all about. I gave Conor 2 chances to fight me while I was champion. I told him, hey, if you want a shot at that third belt, who better than you to come up and fight? He said he went back and forth when he wanted to make his return, saying, yeah, maybe I'll go up and grab the third belt, but my man, I think it's sometimes better that you put down that whiskey bottle and be a good father and role model. So far, McGregor hasn't replied, but the Irish star will be moving up to welterweight again for his fight with Michael Chandler. However, Usman was most recently fighting at middleweight, so it's not clear if he will return to 170 pounds. This means that a fight between the two may never happen. Now let's look at after Charles Oliver lost to Arman Tsarukyan at UFC 300. Mateusz Gamrot calls him out. Charles Oliver turned down a possible fight with Mateusz Gamrot, saying that he would rather either be the backup fighter for Conor McGregor vs. Michael Chandler at UFC 303 or move up to welterweight for a fight with Colby Chaos Covington. Gamrot doesn't like what's going on, so he used social media to call out the former lightweight champion for not wanting to fight him. Oliveira turned me down because he wanted to fight Colby instead. Guy who only fights once a year and is 2-3 since 2019, we thought you were better than that Charles do Bronx. I'll fight you on the ground, but maybe that's why you'd rather fight Colby. Oliveira plans to fight again later this summer in July or August, but he has made it clear that he doesn't want to fight lower on the ranks. He told Gamrot, with all due respect, that he doesn't want to fight anyone ranked lower than him. Based on the UFC's lightweight ranks, Oliveira would only be interested in fighting Islam Makhachev for the title or Arman Tsarukyan again in a rematch of their UFC 300 lightweight title eliminator, unless he gets the chance to fight Colby Covington. Let's change gears and look at, even though Bilal Muhammad says Leon Edwards is the easiest fight in the top 5, Muhammad might be an outsider in the odds for his UFC 304 fight. Leon Edwards, the hot contender, is sure that a fight with Edwards would be the easiest in the top 5 of the welterweight class. Muhammad recently went on the Show Me the Money podcast and talked about his upcoming title fight at UFC 304. During the interview, he took shots at his longtime foe. I don't think there's anyone else. There is no one else in the world who could be in the same class as me. And if I'm being honest, I think he's the easiest guy in the top 5 to beat stylistically. We saw how breakable he is in the Usman fight, and my mentality is to try to break you. I think that Usman's style in that second fight of walking him down, putting a lot of pressure on him, letting him get back up and beating him up to the point where he was looking down and his coach had to tell him to get up. You can tell because he was looking down and his corner was always telling him, bro, beautiful Leon, come on, brother. They were trying to inspire him because he was mentally strong, and I'm the strongest mental fighter in the UFC. Of course, in their upcoming UFC 304 fight, Muhammad will try to get back at the champion for the famous fight they had in 2021 that ended when Rocky poked Muhammad in the eye by mistake. Muhammad is now very close to winning the UFC title after there was a lot of doubt about whether or not he would get a chance at it. The stakes are at an all-time high. Next, let's look at how the MMA community has responded to Michael Chandler's new body. There are just over 5 weeks left until UFC 303, where former Bellator MMA champion Michael Chandler and former champ Conor McGregor will fight in a highly anticipated 5-round main event. Iron Mike posted a picture of his body, and while some fans were stunned, others didn't agree. One fan wrote, he looks terrible. He should drop out and let Poirier or Oliveira step in. Another disagreed with Chandler's body, but said it wouldn't matter because it wouldn't help him. Someone else wrote that working out this hard for no more than 2 rounds will burn so much energy. One fan joked that Conor would turn off his fights because he never looks this good on fight night. In the cage, MF always looks fat and bloated, though. Someone in the MA community just wrote #steroids. Someone else made a joke about Paulo Costa's secret juice drink, which he wrote as secret juice, although the fight isn't until a little over a month from now. Both McGregor and Chandler still have time to continue their preparations. However, since the fight will be at welterweight, both are likely to be in better shape than if it had been at 155.